Hello. Today it's a little different. Today I want to talk about, the first thing I'm going to talk about is where you can find reference photos, which is ironic when you think about how, well, you can't think about it, but when you see how I'm going to end this video, then you'll see the irony of how I'm starting this video. Anyway, I started out when I decided I was going to do this to do what a lot of people might do, which is just to do a Google search for model reference photos for artists. Some people, I don't know, might just do an image search, but I started off with a text search and actually found some. I found some places, but what I really found was articles like this: 5 best drawing reference websites, top 10 websites to find free reference photos, and then I went to an article like this that listed some of them, right, and I then went to some of the different ones and I started looking at some of them. Here's artistreference.com, and they have all kinds of things. This is heavy on like 3D art. They actually have textures and environments, and they actually do 3D scans of things and whatnot. Yeah. But they also have royalty-free photos and all this. There's a subscription, and I'm pretty sure there is a fee for the subscription. Here's another one, photo reference for comic artists. Now, this one you can do, they have it broken down into buy one, get one free. Oh, I see. So this one you can get a CD or something like that, plus a 3D model or something. I don't know. It's a pop-up ad. But they have these broken down into different categories. That's kind of neat. Yep. Not only that, but recently added photos. You can over here you can break it down into all kinds of subcategories there and do a search. This seems, I don't know. I wonder if this is, well, there's a subscription. There's a subscribe here. So if we hit that subscription, oh, they do credits, and then you have to 30 credits for via pounds, blah, 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 blah. So, or your, what is that, euros? So, yep. Also, notice how, so there's a person, look, there's lots of people standing on 2 feet, person kneeling on 2 knees, person standing on a ball and a foot. There's a person dancing over here in action. A person down here in the air in action, but so many people posing. And that word, posing, is a recurring theme that you will see from these different sites. This is Proco. It's a whole school, and there's many different schools that you can, pay for classes. Some are better than others. I can't remember some of the other online art schools there are. Massive Black used to be one. Maybe it's still around, or they may have changed their name. There's a bunch. If you look up online art school, I think you'll get a ton of results. And I mean, these might be great. I don't know. Uh, but they're not going to be free. Um, Line of action, perfect. Figure study tool, support line of so right there already support us to remove this. Okay, so this is kind of neat. Maybe this is free and they're asking for donations. That's great. This is look at this one. This one might actually be pretty good. Um, you're asking it's asking you what you want, what cover and clothing, um, female or male, ages. Oh, for fine control over the type of images you're shown, upgrade to any subscription level. So you can get free, but you can get better if you pay. What kind of session, all the same length or class mode, and then what time interval. So you can put in how much time you want per drawing. Clearly, I need more than 10 minutes. Hey, I could do 5 minutes. And then you get the drawing. So I think I saw another screen on here when I was here before. It actually will have an image that comes up and a countdown timer. And then it'll go for so long, and then it'll actually change the image. So I couldn't actually work on my iPad while looking at the image here. I think, it would be a thing where you have this on a computer screen and then you're drawing in your sketchbook, which is great. That's totally fine. That's, it's great to be old school and practice on paper and, things like that. This actually could be a great site. No two ways about it. The one caveat is that according to the pictures I have seen from this website, you are going to get a lot of what I got in my figure drawing classes, which are poses. People posed for a photograph in a position, which is, when you're in a live figure drawing class, that's what you get because that's what is available. That's all they can do. So that's what they do. They have to hold that position in real time for that amount of time. And then you draw that. But if we're not in real time, then we're not limited by what a person can only do when they're posing for a photograph. And since we're not limited by that, why limit ourselves to that? Why only use photographs where people are posing consciously for a photograph? Here's another website, Quick Poses. So this is the same idea. Here's some samples of interesting gesture drawings. I think these are, someone's trying to be too stylish, but they're nice. Let's see. Oh, you can get a certificate. Custom intervals higher than 300 seconds or lower than 30 seconds will not count towards your certificate. Well, excuse me. Quick Poses certificate. Okay, increase your ability to draw any pose. Interesting. Oh, this is supported. You can support this person on Patreon. Fascinating, interesting. So that's another. So this other one was lineofaction.com, and here's quickposes.com. Here is reference.sketchdaily.net. Same deal. You can put in all this information and then start. They have 1,971 images to choose from, I guess. Oh, you can also do animals or structure. I don't know exactly structure, but okay, cool. This is characterdesign.com. And clearly, as you can see, they have all kinds of, I'll say it again, posed reference. And sometimes pose, let's see, is this going to come up? You know, sometimes for headshots, you know, especially with a great face. Yeah, like that. You know, a pose is still going to be great. It's still going to work. Even certain arms or, you know, whatever. But, I mean, there are times a pose is going to work just fine. No question about it. However, I will get to that, however. Okay, this is a Dorca stock. I think this is a thing that started on DeviantArt. Oh, so this is the same deal here. You can see the clock, and so it'll have this pose, and then it's going to change after a certain amount of time to, you know, whatever's different, right? To next pose. You can change the timer, whatever. Yeah, see, I viewed this pose on DeviantArt. So there you go. Daily drawing session. Okay, I don't know why it zoomed down to here. Let's see. So again, lots of options. Anatomical movements, Barry. Anatomical movements, Monica. Mongo, costume. Oh, that must be the model. I see. Yes. Mongo's very popular, apparently. Yeah. Okay. Birds, animals, aquatic animals. That's good. It's nice they have other things. Military vehicles and machinery, automobiles, although that's only a model of an automobile, although it's pretty accurate looking. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. New Masters Academy. That's what NMA seems to stand for. Start my free trial. Okay. Last one before we move on. Bodies in Motion. I will try and put the links for all these in the description below the YouTube video here for these sites if you want to check them out. Register to start. So I don't know if this is sequence of photos or an actual video, but it looks like maybe they're photos, you know, sequential photos, which is actually pretty cool, actually. Oh yeah, high resolution images captured at 14 to 16 frames per second. Pretty excellent. Oh, here, this also has 3D scans, which if you doing 3D art, pretty neat. Nice drawings there. Facial expressions, that's really good. Yeah. Oh, this is the old, original inspiration for Bodies in Motion. Yeah, My Bridge. Yes. Very neat. There might be some quality stuff here. Oh, my buddy Mike Hawthorne. I thought I recognized the way he draws right there. That's funny. Neat. Oh, David Aja. Cool. Well, there you go. A lot of good stuff here. So this might actually be good because it seriously is Bodies in Motion, and that is a huge difference because that is the core difference I wanted to talk about between pose sites versus what I'm looking for and trying to take advantage of when it comes to looking for poses to use when we do, like when I'm doing what I do. Like you can tell like from this one down here that this person is actually moving and the photos are capturing the person in motion. You know, kind of like we saw way up here at the top. You're actually seeing the person in motion. This actually, these are great. These are really good. This I get and understand. That's actually the closest thing I'm looking for. This is the closest thing to what I've seen to what I'm actually looking for and doing in the poses that I'm trying to pick that we're going to get to in my upcoming videos. So what I did is I went to Pinterest. That's where I ended up. I ended up at Pinterest and just started finding poses of people doing things. So let's see. If I go to Clip Studio, let's actually, that's the next pose I'll be doing. Let's see. If I go to Sketch, and then I come down to 3, the next huge batch. I mean, I really started getting into, I started looking up, first I was just looking up general Bodies in Motion or whatever, but I started looking up dancers, you know, and then from, so there's lots of dancing poses of actual dancers dancing, not for the camera necessarily, but actual dancing. So you will see these in the months ahead. And from dancing, I eventually just naturally, I think all of these are dancing, as a matter of fact. Yeah, all of those are dancing. So let's go to the next one. 3. Let's go to 4. I don't even think I've finished putting this whole set of photos together. I have not even finished putting this set of photos together. It's mostly dancing. I think there's tons that I haven't even put together. I've gotten enough photo reference that if I did these every day, I have enough to go for over 6 months, close to 7 months. But we eventually get to people practicing martial arts, like actually doing, and not just posing for the camera, but actual people in real tournaments. boxing, real people in real tournaments, you know. From there, I moved on to other. I just started thinking. I just started thinking creatively about different people in different professions, in different sports. Weightlifting, golf, not necessarily football, because everyone's wearing pads or whatever, but rugby. Um, and then all kinds of fencing was a big one. Boxing, as you can see, and lots of other different, not only sports but professions. I moved into professions, and I started thinking about all kinds of different professions that have people really being physical and moving about. The idea is that when people are posing, they tend to be standing in a balanced way. They tend to be standing on 2 feet with their weight underneath the 2 feet, and they're always balanced. And they're also consciously aware that they're posing for the camera. And it takes the energy and the life out of what they're doing. And if you're going to be a storyteller, if you want to be a comic book artist and you want to tell stories about people visually, then your job really is to try and capture the essence and the energy of real people doing real things. Even if you're doing superheroes or magical people or whatever, you're still trying to catch the essence of real people doing real things as best you can. And I think the best way to learn how to do that the most effectively is to find pictures of real people doing real things who aren't conscious of the camera being on them, who are doing what they do and are just thinking about the things that they're doing. So they are acting and reacting naturally to whatever it is they're doing. Like if you look at the two guys in this picture, it's not the best picture in the world for gesture drawing because it's not full figures, but by the time we get to this picture, there will have been so many full figure drawings that we've done that it will be okay to just focus on partial bodies, because we can do gesture drawings of partial bodies and still get a lot out of them because of all the full bodies we will have done. And we can really hone in and focus on particular things, particular the way the body bends and squashes and stretches, and the real natural reactions that people have to things. I think that's what will bring realism to your work and help make your work feel more natural as it can get. These guys are not giving two shits about a camera. They are giving two shits about hitting or getting hit, and that's it. And they're caring about how much energy they put into those strikes, and that's it. That's it. So that's what I think the biggest advantage. They always say it's preferable to be in a class where you're looking at a live model and then drawing what you see, interpreting real life, three-dimensional life into a two-dimensional drawing. And yes, there are benefits you get from that you can't get anywhere else. But if you can't do that, and this is what you're going to do, then let's look at what the differences are. Let's find out what advantages there are to be had here that you can't have in a classroom. And let's take advantages let's take advantage of those things and let's make the most of it. There are things you can't do. You couldn't get something like this in a classroom. No one could pose like this. Look how off balance both of these guys are. Technically, if you're doing this kind of thing, you're not supposed to be off balance like this, and they're both not so off balance that they couldn't recover super quick. I mean, they're very strong and in great shape, but they are reacting when you're throwing a strike. You purposely put yourself off balance because of how much energy you put into that strike. And when you're reacting to someone throwing a strike like that, you're also putting yourself off balance because you're reacting so instinctively to get out of the way. So everyone's off balance here. Everyone's in a position that there's no way they could hold that as a pose, for even a few seconds. This is real. This is as real as it gets. And the what muscles are tensed and versus what muscles are relaxed. I don't know if there's any muscles relaxed in this picture. But those things are important. Those help you sell, when you're drawing stuff, to see where the tension is in a drawing, in a figure, in someone doing a thing versus where the relaxed parts are. It helps sell to the viewer realism. Helps them, just helps your stuff look like what it actually is. Oh yeah, that's that. So I said a minute ago, we'll have done so many of these drawings. Well, that's the last thing I want to talk about before I go in this video. I've decided that for these videos, I want to not only, I don't want to be the only one doing this. And I figured out a way to improve my little channel here and make it so that anyone who's subscribing and watching can also participate. So what I've done is I've started a Discord channel, and so what I'm going to do is put the link to my Discord channel in the comments, and it will allow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the images for my upcoming videos in the Discord channel here, and that will allow anyone who wants to participate to come here. You can download the photos. You can take the photos that I'm using. You can try doing the gesture drawings yourself. And then you can compare your results to my results. And then you can see what the things, you can compare what your thought process was and what your looked like and what the things you were focused on and looked at or whatever. You can compare them to the things that I noticed and think about and talk about when I'm making my video. I think that might make what I'm doing a little bit more compelling, because you'll be an active participant. You'll be able to not just watch me draw stuff. You'll be able to draw the practice using the exact same photos that I'm going to be using, and not after the fact, but before the fact. I'll put them up a week or so in advance, and then it gives anybody who wants to try a chance to give it a shot before they see my results. And then if people like this, then I'll make a thread here where people can post their own results if they want, just to share, and we'll see how it goes from there. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Try to make this uh, an activity where people can be more actively involved, and and everyone else can be drawing the same thing that I'm drawing, so you can feel like you're actually a part of it, and you have your ability to do your version, and you have something to compare it to with mine, so that you're not just watching and doing nothing else. So I've put the first three up already. So as soon as you see this video, I'll have the link to the Discord server in the comments below. It'll be below the links for the other sites. No, I'm going to put it first. There'll be the link for my Discord server first, and then beneath that, I'll have the links for the other websites and stuff. So there you go. I hope I hope that you like this idea. I hope making it more interactive is a welcome addition to the idea. And I don't know, let's see where it goes. Uh, Thank you so much for liking and following. I hope you're liking. I've seen everybody looks at the one particular video with Oliver Koipel. I don't know exactly how to pronounce his name. I apologize so much. I'm not French. I wish I could pronounce it correct. And if you ever hear this, I'm so sorry, man. You're the bomb. I apologize for not pronouncing your name correctly. That one and Adam Hughes. I think a lot of people might come here thinking that I'm just going to be doing that all the time. I'm sorry, but I'm not. That was a way to show you how gesture drawing is so vitally important to being a great comic book artist. The rest of this is me trying to show you how to do your own gesture drawings and how you can do it even if you're not in art school. And this edition is to try to help now you to be able to participate along with me in getting into the habit of doing your own gesture drawings and doing the work that it takes to really get better. So I don't know. Let's do it. Let's see what happens, okay? Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe, because that does help my page show up better, and hopefully will help more people find it who care about getting better. And if you're like me, your friends are also artists, and tell them about it. Maybe they will enjoy it as well and get something out of it. Don't know. Doesn't work for everybody. Everyone, finds things different ways or has their own things that work and don't work. So if it doesn't work for your friends, then that's no big deal. Everyone has their own thing. But hey, it's worth a shot. Anyway, thanks a lot. Peace. See you next time with an actual drawing video. Bye.